Uh-huh.
Baby's crib.
What's up, beautiful people? I am here with my very good, dear, precious soul friend, Rikki Mckinney.
What up, baby?
I love you so much.
I love you.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy for you to be in our crib.
I know, right? This is your crib.
Yes.
In a lot of ways. We're at Eric 9 Studios, right?
Yep, my second home.
Which is so cool. He creates a lot of paintings here. You dance, you choreograph, you have your meetings about all these beautiful, cool, creative things that you guys are doing.
Yes, ma'am.
Which we're gonna talk about a lot of these.
Yep, Twisted Circus.
I know, Twisted Circus. But first we're gonna talk about you.
About me?
About you.
About me?
About you.
About me.
Rikki, you are an amazing dancer.
Thank you.
An amazing street performer.
Than't you.
You're an actor. You're an amazing actor too, a model.
Thank you.
You do a lot of things. When it comes to the type of dance that you do, there's so many, right? There's so many, but what do you like the most about what type of dance that you do?
That's a tricky and foolish question, but I think I can get it. I think I can get it.
Okay.
Well, I would say my style is like a mixture of expression. I like to say I like to embody expression.
You do.
My foundation would be ballet because I have a degree in ballet and
Yes.
I literally started with ballet.
Yes.
But I also like to tap into like my ancestors, which is the African dance.
Okay.
So a lot of like sometimes in my movement you'll see some African movement. I'm really big into like the LGBT style of dancing, which is called voguing.
Voguing, yes. I know
which,
about
like,
this. I've heard about this.
Yes,
darling.
and you know, I taught you my signature dip. You know, they might see a little later. You know, we won't talk about the step dancing, but yes. But I really try to embody like styles that talk about expression.
Sure.
I also like to tap into a little bit of my spirituality, which is people know me from starting dance, doing African dance, but truthfully, my core dancing started from the church,
Okay.
doing praise dancing.
Okay.
So a lot of times, whether I'm doing jazz dancing or whether I'm a Latin dancer or whether I'm the golden statue,
Yeah,
I
so many
always try
styles.
to add some type of element of praise. Whether
nice.
it's giving praise to the audience, giving praise to just that moment of that feeling, or just giving praise to my ancestors, those people that
That's beautiful.
gave me the knowledge and the tools to be able to give back to my community.
I love that.
But allow me to give them praise to the movement.
I love it. Well, let's
Thank
talk
you,
about
baby.
like where you're from on Earth this Earth shell lifetime. Where did you come from? Your ancestors want to know. Where were you from? Where
Well, I am from a beautiful town that I literally just left
Nice.
a couple days ago. I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida.
Florida.
Born and raised.
Okay.
I started out going to Pinellas Park Elementary School. During my time at Pinellas Park Elementary School, around 4th, 5th grade, I had to go to what's called a transition school, which had the arts, but it also had what's called counseling sessions.
Okay.
Because during that time of my life, I was dealing with sexual abuse, also dealing with depression, because I was just dealing with like not being able to speak my truth. And when I actually spoke my truth, it seemed like it brought a lot of chaos in my family.
Okay.
So in order for me to still be able to get a good education, but also get counseling, I ended up going to a transitional school called Blanton Elementary, which was fabulous. And that's where I started to do what's called elective classes, where they introduce arts. I started doing acting and singing, because I always sung in the church. But it wasn't until I went to it wasn't until I went to Johns Hopkins, which is now formerly called 16th Street Center for the Arts and International Studies, which is a magnet school.
A what school?
A magnet.
Magnet
Florida
school.
has this thing called magnet schools, where it's every high school in our district has
Well, just with the word magnet, attracting, going towards.
Basically, it has a form of study where you want to study. Say if you want to be into computers, one of the
They
high
let
schools.
you gravitate towards that. Instead of like making you learn 19,000 things, you go to what you're gravitating
Exactly.
towards.
They had
I
like a
love
medical
that.
school. My school was known for
I love
performing
that.
arts.
Yes, I love that. So that's where you,
That's where it all started.
I love that. That's beautiful. Because I was young, like, right, to go to this. That's awesome. So, obviously acting and obviously dancing. Do you have any mentors in your life that that have inspired you, that have, you're not saying a mentor does, you know what I mean? That has helped shape you in any way?
It's so funny you say mentor, because I do call them my mentors, but I actually say either my fairy godmother or my fairy godfather.
I love that.
It's people that have literally came into my life and fulfilled the shoes of my father, because my father passed away at an early age when I was 13. And like I said, during my teenage years, my mother had a single job, so she literally was working all the time. So literally my dance teachers became like my family.
Nice.
One of my big mentors, my fairy godmother, my fairy godfather would be Paulette Walker Johnson.
Paulette Walker Johnson.
Paulette Walker Johnson.
Yes.
She is known for jazz dance. She's like the jazz dance queen.
Got the
She's
jazz
also
hands.
known
Jazz
for
hands.
first
Jazz
place. Anytime we went to any of the jazz competitions, Urban Jam, Monsters of Hip Hop, her choreography will always win first place.
Nice. Nice.
But literally, she was literally my mom. She was the one that took me up under her wing, and literally I became her son. She taught me jazz dancing, but she got me into my local dance studio, which is called Judith Lee Johnson's Ballet Studio.
Okay.
She got me into ballet because she said, hey, you'll go far because you naturally pick up the African dance, and you naturally pick up the hip hop, and you naturally pick up the jazz, but it's the ballet. Being a black male dancer that has the foundation of ballet.
Yes.
If you tap into that, you're gonna go far.
And you have, darling. The way that you express yourself, I mean, you've danced with different ballet companies, right?
Yes,
I mean, the
ma'am.
way that you dance, and it's just so beautiful. I mean,
Thank
you can
you.
see some of this like when you're watching you perform live, but it's also, there's some of the images that have been shot of you over the years. It's
Yes.
it's like, that's Rikki, and you are in the air, you're doing like the splits, all these amazing moves.
And honey, I get some of them jumps and splits from my mentor, Debbie Allen.
Debbie Allen.
Legendary Debbie Allen.
That's
Debbie Allen
amazing.
and Jasmine Guy.
Oh, wow.
Literally, those were my fairy godmother of dance,
Okay.
Paulette Walker Johnson. Her best friends were literally Jasmine Guy and
That's so cool.
and Miss Debbie Allen.
That's so cool.
So, Earthlings, just remember that fairy godmothers, fairy godfathers, godthems, days, those and darts are real. You just have to believe. But you have to wish upon a star. And it has to be the right star. And the goddess knows there's many, 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 many stars out there. But here's one especially for you. Make a wish. Hello, Earthlings. It's very important that you follow, like, and comment on BaBysCriB.
I was able to train with those amazing dancers as a youth
That's
while
incredible.
being trained.
You know that I didn't know Jasmine Guy was a dancer, and I hate that I'm saying this. I knew Debbie Allen was, but Jasmine Guy, that's great.
Jasmine Guy is actually one of the reasons why I ended up going to the Alvin Ailey dance program, because she, before she was a big movie Hollywood star, she was dancing with the Alvin Ailey Modern Dance
You taught
Company.
me something today. I
Yeah.
always learn so much on these interviews. I really
Yeah.
do. That's beautiful. Well, I know that you've also done a little bit of off-Broadway, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about this.
Yes, ma'am. Talking about Jasmine Guy and Debbie Allen, I actually was in one of Debbie Allen's very first Broadway shows here in Atlanta. It was called Twist, the musical. I auditioned against, I think it was like 2,500 male dancers.
That is a lot.
And I got the token Covenant lead dancer role spot.
Right here.
Thank you.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
And that was really cool because that was at a time where in Atlanta, it was starting to what's called transition. When I first came to Atlanta, it was all about hip hop.
Sure.
Everything was geared to hip hop. However, because of my training, my teachers always taught me, in order to go to the battle, you have to come with all your weapons. And your weapons would be many dance styles and techniques.
Okay.
But you have to have what's called technique.
Yes.
Because I had such a strong ballet background, the audition, for the musical, we didn't do any ballet at all. It was jazz, it was...
But you've dazzled them with that.
And they literally put the whole audition as a ballet
That's
audition.
incredible. That's incredible.
You know, so a lot of the hip hop dancers
didn't know what to do.
Didn't know what to
They're
do.
like, what?
You
Up, we can't do this.
And,
You had it.
but that twist literally changed my life because it forced me to have to do one of the dance styles that I
Don't
not like.
Okay, what's that?
I love it because I've trained under the greats such as Levon and Gregory Hines. However, I do not like tap dancing. Y'all, I don't like tap dancing at all. I don't like. I love it because I was trained under the greats, but
it's
doing
not your
it,
fave.
it's not my fave. And literally half of the 25% of the show had tap dancing in it. However, because
You learned it, okay?
I learned it, and I was
right
one of Debbie's, her faves. She ended up choreographing a section where I ended up having to do my own dance style, which is
Okay.
modern contemporary.
Okay.
And I didn't have to do tap dancing, which is cool. But that show was actually really fun too because I was able to invite some of my celebrity friends.
Okay.
Raven Simone ended up coming.
She's your celebrity friend. That's so cool.
Yes, we have Derek J from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Even Grace Jones even came.
What?
Like, so it was like cool to like, you know, have some of my
I love her so
amazing,
much. She's my fave.
icon.
Yeah, she
she's
is.
like you, honey, singer,
She's pretty amazing.
songwriter, model, actress.
She does it all like you too.
Just like you, baby.
So, Cirque du Soleil, you've also been a part of this,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Tell me about it.
Yes. So Cirque du Soleil, I've been a performer for Cirque du Soleil as well as a choreographer. As a choreographer, they've hired me to do 4 different special events. 3 were here in Atlanta, and 1 was in Macau, China.
China?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
The very first one that they hired me for was called the Grand Opening of the World of Coca-Cola,
Cool.
which is located here in
it's
Georgia.
here. It's here. In Atlanta.
And literally, they had me perform a piece from Humanity, which
It's in Vegas.
which is
I've
in
seen
Vegas,
it live. It's
which
great.
is crazy
It's
because
so
they
good.
had me perform a snippet from the choreography from Humanity
Cool.
on top of the roof. However, 6 months later,
Yes.
one of the dancers in Vegas ended up getting injured, and because I had knew the choreography prior,
You went in?
they just ended up having me come, do an audition in Vegas, 2 days.
Sorry they got hurt,
It was
but that's
gruesome.
great because Vegas is crazy, but to be in one of the Cirque shows there.
It was amazing.
Yeah, and I've seen Humanity.
Yep.
It's a little sexual.
Sexual and sensual.
Sexual and sensual, yes. it
Yes,
is.
but
And I love it. Yeah, it's dope.
also freedom of expression.
It is,
you
and
know?
I love that. But and Cirque du Soleil is it is sensual.
Yep.
But that one in particular, I can remember seeing this live where I was like, okay, there's a little bit more.
Yes, ma'am.
But I like it. I like it a lot.
And I was actually telling one of your cameramen how I had to perform in 12-inch platform boots in the water.
You had your hooker heels on.
I had my hooker heels on,
You
you know.
did. You
And I love some hookers, because you know,
Nothing wrong with hookers.
I only say
You know what I mean.
love everybody, but when I say hookers, I mean my stripper friends because
Yeah.
as being a choreographer, I've actually had to choreograph for exotic dancers.
Okay.
At the Magic City, and I actually trained a dancer
The
at the
Magic
Cheetah
City,
Club.
darling. The Magic City. That's
which
so
she
cool.
won the Diamond G-string, which is worth $500,000.
So one of the competitions is what
Yeah.
we're talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they take it serious.
They take it
Yeah,
serious.
that's awesome. Well, I know that walking in platform shoes is extremely hard, and I used to do this a lot when I was younger, but now I'm like, I got about an hour in and I'm just gonna sit. They're really hard.
They're really hard.
They are, to dance in specifically. So
To dance, to turn, to kick.
Here you go, right here.
Into it in water. Thank
Yeah.
you, baby.
Yeah.
But baby, I've
Crazy.
seen you in some high heels too now.
I do wear them. I do.
Yes, ma'am.
I wear them, but I'm saying the next day my feet are just kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. So you pay the price.
Yep.
But that's okay.
But you just tap into your inner ballerina.
That's what I do.
Like you put on your toe shoes.
Mind over matter is what
Yes,
it's all
ma'am.
about. That's so cool. Well, tell me about a little bit of the acting that you've done.
Some acting that I've done. Let's see.
The projects.
I've been in the movie called The Cell, which was with Samuel L. Jackson and John Cusack.
Nice.
I've acted on a TV show called Read Between the Lines, which is with Malcolm Jamal Warner from The Cosby Show.
Yes.
Speaking of Raven.
Yes.
Also, Diana Ross's daughter, which I cannot remember her name right now.
That's really cool. It's okay. We'll go back to it.
Little Romeo. I've also choreographed and acted in the TV show Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, we all know that here in Atlanta.
I just recently got with SAG-AFTRA because I'm a stuntman and I am the body double / creature in the new horror film on Amazon Prime / Sony called Dim.
That's so cool.
Season 2.
That's so cool.
I'm actually Luke James's character. I shouldn't reveal it, but I'm representing Luke James.
That's amazing. I mean, to do stunts, it's something else.
It's something that I can say dance prepared me for.
Okay.
And I really, really thank once again just my mentors for preparing me to once again just know many different styles. But it's a whole nother world, baby.
It is. You have to know how to fall. And
You have to know how to fall. You have to know how to tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll.
You got to know how to dance on wires. You also have to know how to drive fast cars.
You can't be scared.
Can't be scared.
You have to let the fear
But I
go.
mean, we're fearless creatures, so.
This is true. Some of us are. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
I think about the repercussions later. But then, I don't know, maybe, have you ever been injured doing any of this stuff or dancing? You got a list you gonna look at?
No, ma'am, I'm trying to knock on some wood.
Okay, no, me too.
Knock on wood.
Me with 11 too.
I've never been injured,
Good.
but I have always been big into body therapy. I always
Healing.
get my massages.
Okay,
I always
good.
get my, I'm really big on MSM, which is magnesium sulfate,
Yes.
glucosamine,
Yeah.
which keeps your joints lubricated.
It does.
Which is why I probably say the reason why I'm the age that I am, which is ageless. But I'm able to do the things that I do when it comes to contortion and doing odd things with my body. It's because I've really
We'll do
been
an ad
doing
for
it.
y'all later, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Sure will.
Glucosamine.
But I'm big on body therapy and just eating the proper things.
Yeah.
What goes in has to come out properly.
True.
Because our body can hold on to things. Whether it's bad toxins or whether it's bad thoughts. You have to know the right things to put in out.
And I'm noticing your necklace really quick. This is a crystal, right, or what?
Yes, ma'am. This
It's
is
beautiful.
black tourmaline.
I love it.
It's
So this
actually
probably
made.
keeps some of the bad stuff away and
It
balances
does.
you too. I believe in this. I believe
My,
in the crystals, things from the earth. I
My
wear them all the time.
favorite cousin in the world,
Got several right now.
Tamiko Keaton. I hadn't seen her in 20 years, and during the whole COVID quarantine, it was my first time seeing her, and she blessed me with this gift, and literally right after I got this gift is where I started getting a lot of my movie roles.
That's awesome, Rikki.
Which is kind of crazy, but yeah,
No, it's beautiful.
it's my protector.
Nobody gets baby in the corner. Fool.
Subscribe, like, and comment on BaBysCriB, and I'll make all of your wishes come true.
I love
That
it.
and now my
Okay.
my elephant's my new protector.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is a very cool event that you're about to be a part of
Yes,
called
ma'am.
Twisted Circus Reflexiones.
Reflections.
It's reflections, what do you say, reflexiones?
Reflexiones.
I don't know.
Created by Eric Nine.
I don't know, yeah.
And also curated and produced and directed by my fairy godmother of Atlanta, Miss Lacey Rose of Avenue R Arts. It's going to be an amazing show, and it's kind of crazy because both characters sort of reflect a little bit of me personally because, I come from the ballet background,
Yes.
but I've also been a rebel and always used some of my street dancing or my dancing that's a little bit what's called obscure, avant-garde. So that represents a little bit of my elephant side.
Yeah.
It's a love story.
You're the elephant.
I'm the elephant.
You're the elephant.
I'm the big man in the room that most people think is kind of intimidating or can be at times because of my confidence cocky, but in reality, I'm the lovable creature that really wants to just hug someone and show love, you know.
I know this.
But at the same time, I still have my strength, you know.
You do. Now, in this show in particular, you talked to me about something that you're doing. It might not be this, but where you play a version of yourself.
Yes.
Now, is this in Twisted Circus or is this something else?
This is in Twisted Circus.
Yes.
Actually, I'm thanks to Eric Knight and once again my fairy godmother Lacey Rose. She got me connected with one of Eric's partners, two of Eric's partners.
Yes.
He is a screenwriter and director. His name is Journey Brave.
Okay.
And also his business partner and camera guy Truth. They've been a part of Twisted Circus for years.
Because it's been going for a while.
It's been going for a while.
Another performance.
But this is
Reflections.
the first time they're taking it at a grand stage.
I know. We can't wait to go. My team and I, we cannot wait to be there.
But literally,
It'll be awesome.
Eric told Journey a little bit about the history of the elephant and how he wants to be portrayed. But then he also told Journey a little bit about some of the things that I've gone through, dealing with my own inner battles, but also displaying like the journey and the obstacles that I've overcome. So with that stated, Journey ended up writing an amazing short film where I'm doing a monologue with myself.
Nice.
I'm playing my higher self and my lower self. So you'll literally see two different versions of Rikki.
Nice.
It's going to be
Cool.
powerful,
It's gonna be
and
beautiful.
It's one of the first times I can say that the writer wrote for Rikki.
Nice.
You know, a lot of times I'm always portraying another character, but this time, like, he really tapped into me.
Yes.
And it's one of the first times I can say I'm really acting.
Okay.
Because I had to just be myself, and sometimes that's hard portraying Rikki because I've always been other characters.
Okay.
So when it's time to like sometimes just portray me, it's hard.
Yes.
But they really did an amazing job.
With writing it and hopefully
Of
directing
writing
it.
it, directing it, filming it.
Well, we can't wait to see it.
I saw a little snippet and I cried.
Okay, don't tell too much because I don't want to cry too much.
I don't normally. I'm not a crier.
Not out
seem like a
loud.
little sweetie, but
Not out loud.
But
I'm
not
just
out loud.
I do cry loud. Well, you know, I see you wearing something around your neck, which is it's Boy Scouts, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This is really cool. Do you want to share a little bit of that story? We don't have to, but you could. Why you rock it?
We can tell a little bit about.
Okay.
This is my new protection.
And then your mic is here, so don't bump it too much.
I'm sorry about that, baby.
It's all right, darling.
This is one of my original Boy Scouts handkerchiefs. During quarantine time, I had a long time to just reflect, you know, because I've always been a workaholic. Since the age of 13, I've always been living out of a suitcase. But because of COVID, it stopped everything. And when it stopped everything, it literally allowed me to stop and start to refocus on life and start to think about not only my future, but also reflect on my past.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I've always kind of beating myself up was my sexual abuse. And it wasn't until COVID that I went back to church and actually forgave my abuser. However, I decided
for being
that...
able to share that. It's hard, I know.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
I decided that not only do I want to forgive him spiritually, but I want to forgive myself financially too. So I end up contacting a lawyer, and I am a part of what's considered to be the largest sexual abuse lawsuit in American history.
Wow.
It actually just got out of what's called bankruptcy, so I'm getting ready now to go through a whole trust fund and getting my judgment back. I know I can't get my pain and suffering, but I can get a little bit of, you know, financial resources to help the pain.
And that's why they have this, but I'm first of all sorry to you and to anyone that has to go through anything like that. I can understand that. I have my own story, but that's that's fucking hard. And what you just said, your life, like, you know, although you had dance probably to help express yourself and get through that sadness, right?
Yep.
Thank goodness you did.
Yep, that's
but
the main reason why I got into
that,
dancing.
you know, like that's a lot.
It's a lot.
These people you're supposed to be trusting, right?
Exactly.
They're supposed to be helping you.
They're supposed to be, but you know, some people, they have their own inner battles that they're going through.
I know, but I am sorry. With the child.
Thank you. Thank you, baby.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for using your voice right now to say
ma'am.
this. That's large. I know you want rock versions of these, but yeah.
I do.
Yeah, because this is a big thing. It really is.
And even though I went through my abuse, one of my biggest things is I am a big advocate on giving back to the youth. For 15 years while being in Atlanta, that's been one of my main focuses. Alongside for me being a performer and an actor and a model and all that type of stuff, I'm really big on teaching. And there's been several male dancers that are now literally world-class dancing on stages with Beyonce, Lady Gaga, So You Think You Can Dance, commercials, Pepsi. I've trained them.
That's awesome.
Such as John Matthews, one of the largest and biggest choreographers in Atlanta, Sean Bankhead, Mitchell Kelly from So You Think You Can Dance.
Nice.
So it's one of those things like, even though I've gone through my pain, I try to use my pain as my armor. And I have to keep using it as my armor because, like I said, even though I don't physically have kids, those are my kids. So it's like I now have to always convey strength, you know, because they have a father figure to look up to, and I have to always be
and
there.
that's beautiful, and I love that.
Thank you, baby.
So
I gotta get back to my babies.
You are. So, you know, I was gonna ask you if there's one thing that you could say, or one thing, maybe more than one thing, that you want to have people remember you by. And I think you've said it this whole interview, but I want you to say it in words. Like, how do you want to be remembered? Like, you know what I mean?
How do I want to be remembered? Truthfully, I want to be remembered through my works of art. And I definitely can say I've done that. There's a few different images in a Low Art Gallery, Bill Low, that the famous Ted Turner has purchased, where I'm always going to be immortalized. That's always going to be, those images are always going to be a part of the Low Art Gallery.
Cool.
However, my biggest thing is I want to just get back to my ancestors, because I've had so many people that have literally given back to me, but they've passed away.
Yeah.
So any way that I can remember their spirit,
Keep them alive.
keep them alive,
Yes.
it keeps me alive.
Yes.
And I know if I continue to do that, my students that I'm training and that is considered to be my seedlings.
It's like a flame or something that you touch someone with, and then it goes to the next, and
Yes,
the next,
ma'am.
and the next.
Yep.
You touch your light onto them. You're a fairy godmother.
I am.
I know. I love you so much.
And you're like my new fairy godmother, baby.
Love you,
You
honey.
are.
Thank you so much for your time, honey. Thank
And
you
I
so
want to
much.
see you show out those fairy twinkle toes,
You do?
honey, in a few, because we're going to be doing a pot of do, y'all. We're going to take it from the Twisted Circus and add a little dirty dancing.
I love you so much.
I love you, baby.
Thank you, honey, so much for your time.
Yeah, baby's crib. Keep it twisted.
Call me baby. Call me. Always say that we're running out of time, but you're not sure. You need a sign. Here I am, right in front of you. Open your eyes.
missed her. Where did she go? Love is real and the love is old school. Violets are red and the violets are blue. Listen, baby, come a little closer. I just want to get to know ya.
You'll be you, and I'll be me. Become complete, it's by design. Call me baby, as long as you're faithful. I'll be your safe place. Come get me, baby, don't live on maybe. Come and take me. Doodly 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 doo. And you know. Doodly 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 doo. I'm yours. You'll be you, and I'll be me. Become complete, it's by design. Call me baby, as long as you're faithful. I'll be your safe place. Come get me, baby, don't live on baby.
Uh-huh.